welcome back to my channel. My name is T and I love all things skin and beauty, and today we have a Glamlite review. I'm late, I know, but today we are reviewing the Saw collection, and I am so excited because I am such a horror fan, and when they released the first teasers, I already knew it was going to be Jigsaw, it was going to be related to Saw, and I was so for it. And so I have all of the products pretty much here, and we're going to play with them. So if you're excited, if you love indie makeup, if you love eyeshadow and skincare and things like that, be sure to subscribe, and please give this video a like and comment down below what are your favorite Glamlite collabs that they've done so far, and what do you think their next collabs will be in the future for 2026. And without further ado, let's get into this. Get ready with me. Y'all already know that I go straight off the bat when I do a review. I tend to work on my base. So I'm going to get started on that. Some of the products that I'm currently using, if not all of the products that I'm using for my base, are already tried and true, already been in my stash. So I'll just quickly give you guys a rundown once I'm done with my base, and then we'll move on to the review. Alright, so first off, I went in with the Lancôme primer that I love to use, the Le Base Pro primer. I then went in with HAUS Labs Triclone Skin Tech Foundation. I believe I'm in the shade 460 medium deep warm. So it's this foundation that I have on, so not Danessa Marix this time. But I did went in with Lancôme's Teint Idôle Ultra Wear All Over Concealer. This is in the shade 500, I think. And then for the setting spray, I went in with the Danessa Marix Yummy Skin Liquid Blurring Balm Mattifying Setting Spray. I love this down. Okay, I love this down. Great setting spray. And then after that, I went in with Victoria Beckham's bronzing brick in number 5. So terracotta and tawny are the shades here. I honestly really like this. It's just that I'm too scared to like travel with it because it's so heavy. I don't know, but I absolutely love this bronzing brick very, very much. Then after that, I went in with the Sephora 12-hour setting and mattifying powder. I have panned this. This setting powder is amazing. It's amazing. That's all I gotta say. It's definitely very mattifying and very blurring. So I absolutely love that. And I think that's pretty much all of the products that you've probably seen or I've definitely shown on my channel. So I just wanted to quickly go over what is on my base. And now we're pretty much just gonna go into the collection. So in the collection, obviously every collection comes with a mirror. So this is the mirror here, and it pretty much has chains. I don't know if I would use this on a daily basis just because of, sound quality. I don't want my mic to pick it up. However, I believe you can unhook it somehow. I just gotta figure out how to do it. Other than that, this is pretty much the first item here. The next item would be the 5-piece brush set. And it pretty much looks like this. And I also love their brushes. One thing to note is that when you open some of these, like, it lights up. So this actually lights up. And this is what the brush set looks like. But I thought that that was like really cool. It's like a VHS tape, and it like when you open it, it glows red and white. Thought that was pretty cool. But this is the brush set. I'm not gonna play with the brush set. I think I might play with the eyeshadow ones, but it's pretty much similar to, I think, the Freddy Krueger one, the Nightmare on Elm Street one, where it's like liquid red that looks like blood inside of the brush, which I thought was really cool. And I feel like I'm such a little kid right now. But yeah, this is really awesome. So I believe they have 3 eyeshadow brushes, and then they have this more big brush that could be used for highlighter or the blush that's also included in this collection, which I'll show later. And then they also have this brush that can be kind of used as a foundation brush because of just how the brush size is. So yeah, it's not like newer brush shapes that we haven't seen. Like, I feel like this is similar to the Nightmare on Elm Street's brush set that they came out with too. So nothing too like crazy on like the size differences. I think they're just like average size brushes that everyone would pretty much use anyways. Not too crazy on like BK Beauty level or Refer level, but it's still they're still great brushes to use if you like those kind of brushes. But yeah, so that is the brush set. And then we also have a lip kit. It's a lip plumper duo, and it's called a needle pit. If you know, you know what Saw is referencing. I just think it's like really cool when they have like different kinds of like references of like scenes and characters too. But this is the brush set. I mean the lip set. Let me see if I can open it. Oh, there's a puzzle piece here too. I just thought that was interesting too. Can you pull it from the... Oh, finally. I had to like ram my hand in there. All right. So this is the lip plumper set. So you have a lip liner that's more on the brown natural side of the color spectrum, so it's not like a red lip liner, and I don't think this is a new shade. And then we have the lip plumper, and this is what it looks like. Kind of looks like a needle, which is very, very funny. But yeah, this is what it looks like. And do you open it this way? All right, I had to twist it real hard, but this is what it looks like. It's kind of like a lip balm packaging because it's more of a tube. And so you're supposed to turn it open and then you turn it the other way to close it. And then you pretty much hit this and it's supposed to come up. So that's interesting. Let's do a quick, ooh. Very aggressive. See, I haven't really, I'm hoping that you can tell that I haven't really looked at any reviews on this collection. So trial and error, but I don't know about how aggressive the packaging is. Not ideal. I don't really feel anything yet either. Definitely would not take this with me and travel. This is kind of like a collection or like a collector's item. Like I wouldn't like use this on a daily basis. Cause oh my god. Okay, it's warming up. I definitely feel it now. And I am going to stop. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It's not like it's more of a collector's item. Like I wouldn't really use it. And might as well go in with the liner. Yeah, you can feel it, but I mean, I don't know how your pain tolerance is, but mine is not the best and I can still deal. So hopefully it's not too aggressive for others because this collection is still available, just like mostly all of their collections are. So if you're intrigued, then it's still available on their website. Lip liner is lip liner, like nothing really new. It does the job. But yeah, so that is the lip kit. And then now moving on to the eyeshadow palette, or should I save that for last? I'll save that for last. So we also have a blush duo, which is Live or Die, and looks like this. We have the pig head here. And you kind of like open it like kind of like a, I don't want to say like a diary or whatever, but you know what I mean. And you open it, and this is pretty much what we are working with. So they're really pretty. I'm hoping that it will show on my complexion. I'm gonna go in with the matte shade first, not the marble shade. It's very powdery, so be careful. It has like a sheen to it. I don't know if it's just the foundation, but there's definitely like a sheen to it. It does look a little too much for my skin tone, but I can still make it work. All right, and now I'm gonna go in with the marble shade, and I'm just gonna tap over it. I don't know if that did anything. Okay, this is more like of a blush topper. It's more of a blush topper. But this is what we are working with. Not so much into the blush shade. Yeah, not so much into the blush shade. I'm gonna go over it just a bit with my leftover foundation to kind of help with the color of it, because it's just too like much better. It's not really fit for my skin tone or like for my type of makeup, like what I use for blush. I more prefer bold pigmented shades. Like I can rock a pink, but it gotta be a pink that's more pronounced and it's not giving ash. So but I mean, it's good packaging, but feel like it could have been a better shade that they could have added to the collection instead of that one. Moving on to, I think this is the last thing, which is the eyeshadow palette. This is the I Want to Play a Game 15 color palette for face and body. And this is what the box looks like. This is what it looks like. And then right here, you can pretty much open the box like this. It is an 18-month shelf life, cruelty-free and vegan. And yeah. So we're going to play with this palette. When you open it, it looks like this. I love how there are like quotes in there, but I am just here for the vibes, All right, so this is the palette, and then this is the back again. And let's open this palette up. Okay, first off, they could have picked a bigger mirror, but then again, it's kind of like going with a lot of like the jigsaw type of vibe of the Saw franchise, and you know, all of the pieces and, you know, figure out the pieces to the game to win the game so you can escape death and things like that. But this is what the inside looks like. There is a puzzle piece mirror, which is not too big, so I much would prefer if they just had like a whole mirror. But then again, that's just me. It kind of would have been a little bit more better. But obviously we have mirrors in our disposal to use instead of like the small one. So not too much of a deal breaker for me. And I also love the different images that they have within the eyeshadows. Think that's like really cool. But yeah, I don't know about the color story. I don't know, I feel like they could have taken more inspiration into the movies to like figure out a color palette, but that's just me. But we're just gonna play with this collection, with this eyeshadow palette. I'm gonna go in with my NYX primer real quick, and we're just gonna get on to this look. All right, I'm gonna first go in with Make Your Choice. This is more of a peachy, muted shade. And I'm just gonna put this all over the transition / crease part of my eye. I guess you can still kind of use it. The mirror, I mean, in this eyeshadow palette. And I am using one of the brushes from Saw. So far it's doing the job. All right, next I'm gonna move on and I'm going to use Rust. I'm just lightly concentrating this color where I put the transition shade just slightly above where the crease is. And I'm also going to drag it just a little. I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. All right, and now I'm gonna go in with Spiral. If you know that other, I believe that's also part of Jigsaw. So far, I'm just using one. I always do this where I just stick to one brush. All right. Let me use this other brush here. That looks like this shape here. And I'm gonna go back in with Spiral. Do the same thing to this side here. Next, we're going to use Tested. This is more of a black charcoal shade. I'm just going to focus right on the outer corner here, just to darken this up just a tad bit here. And I'm just gonna blend it into the other shade that we had on and go back in with Spiral just a tad bit. Do the same thing on this side. All right, moving on to the shimmer. I kind of want to use Jigsaw and Cut Deep. Mainly Cut Deep just because it's the blood stain shade. I know that's going to easily come off. Yep, it's already coming off. So this is probably like an overspray kind of thing. But let's just put it on. Ooh. That looks gorgeous. It's like a hint of like the red sparkles mixed in with the whitish gold type of shade that it is. Oh, this is gorgeous. All right, moving on, we're gonna go straight in with Cut Deep. Jigsaw. Ooh, this is also a pretty shade too. Much more sparkly than Cut Deep. Oh, this is gorgeous. Oh, wow. Okay, I think I'm pretty much done. It's great when it's such a easy one and done kind of shade. I will say that some of the mattes could have been a little bit more, just a tad bit more decent, but I'll take it, I guess. I think you guys definitely heard Tigress. It's so gorgeous, like these shimmer shades that I just used. All right. Yeah. I had fun. Obviously now that I have the plumper on for quite some time now, it does stop being like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's not like a crying session type of lip plumper. At least to me. I think this is great. This is a great one. I really don't care for the packaging though. Not really functional when it comes down to just like a consumer that just wants to use this on a daily basis. This is more of a collector's item. Most of these are more of a collector's item than having it be in someone else's like kit or collection just to regularly like pull out, besides maybe the eyeshadow palette, the brushes, and maybe the mirror. If you can take off the chain, then sure. If you like the chain, then that's fine. But for me, for sound purposes, I have to figure out how to take that off the mirror because I feel like it will interfere with my mic that I have on. The blush duo, I didn't really care for the blush duo, to be honest. It's really not for my skin tone. And these are shades that we've seen before in their previous collections. So it would have been more better if they came out with a different shade than like a repeat, because we have so many different versions of this like peachy, pink, mauve-y type of blush. It's kind of getting redundant in their collections. Obviously the lip liner is lip liner. It did the job. I think that's pretty much it that I can say for sure, that I can speak on as like first impressions on this collection. I love the lore. I love the references to some of the movies. And like there are definitely like sayings and just like how they've, you know, pretty much teased this. You can definitely tell that like some of the quotes that they have on this were used in those teasers. So like, Glamlite has joined Jigsaw's game to bring you the most twisted creation yet, the I Want to Play, and inspired by the Traps, Tools, and Terror of Saw franchise, limited edition. We know limited edition. And it goes on to say, you know, with packed with deadly mattes and iridescent shimmers, which they are definitely iridescent. Whether you're a player or a survivor, it's time to blend or bleed. So obviously they played around with like the franchise and what Saw is all about and the references. So as someone who is a Saw fan and who loves horror, that is something that can give them definitely high points for. But other than that, that's all I can say. I really like the eyeshadow palette, obviously. I like the mirror. I just really gotta figure out how to take the chain off it. It just will definitely interfere with the sound quality, but then again, like they always come out with a bunch of like mirrors. Like I can definitely pull out a bunch of them that I already have. So we have the Saw one, we have the Chucky one, we have the Michael Myers one. I also have obviously Betty Boo because I love Betty Boo, but we're talking about the horror collections. But obviously they do include a lot of mirrors in their collection, and I just feel like we could have done without this. To me, it looks a little tacky. I'm just gonna say it looks a little tacky. Another thing that I didn't showcase that is part of the collection is the bag. So let me show you that real quick. All right, so this is what the bag looks like. Okay, you have the I Want to Play a Game here. You have the case file, barcode here as like a Saw reference. Jigsaw's obviously riding his bicycle. And then you also have these little charms here attached to the zippers, which, if it can focus, some of these tend to come off. I will say that. The one that I had for Chucky and Tiffany, you know, for Child's Play, the first collection, when it came out with like a makeup bag, it did come off. Tiffany came off. So I'm not so sure on the quality on this one just yet, but I will say that I like how it looks. I just love makeup bags. This is very sturdy too, so it's not going to be a makeup bag for you to kind of like smush to fit in. This is very like hard material. So it's not going to be easy to store if you're using this to travel as a makeup bag. You might need to use a bigger bag that can fit this makeup bag, just because, again, like, you're not going to really be able to squish it. As you can tell, like, I'm really trying hard and nothing's in here. It's completely empty. So this is kind of more of, I kind of want to say more of like a bucket type of like makeup bag, except it's like very, very sturdy. Like, you can fit, you probably put your brushes here for sure. But other than that, yeah, it's not something, at least to me, that I would travel with, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. But again, this is more of like a collection item for those who love Saw, who love Jigsaw, who love horror movies. That is the, you know, aesthetic of it all, right? So not too judgy there. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's in the collection. Let me know your thoughts. Did you like this collection? Did you get it? Did you pass up on it? What's your favorite Glamlite collection? And do you have any predictions on their new 2026 collections that you think that they'll come out with next? I am definitely intrigued to hear your thoughts. So thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to love yourself, be kind to yourself, and love your skin. And I hope you have an amazing day. Bye.